Hello, rising eighth graders. Welcome to the Rising Eighth Grade Academic Advisement lesson. We would like to share with you some information to prepare you for your upcoming academic advising lesson next week. We want you to start thinking about what classes you would like to take as an eighth grade student and understanding the importance of selecting classes carefully. Today is pre-advisement. This presentation will walk you through step by step in preparing for your eighth grade year. Make sure you have your laptops closed for now, something to write with, and headphones for today. If you do not have those items ready, your teacher should pause the video at this time to give you time to go get them. Here's what we will be reviewing in this presentation today. We are going to go over all of the core course options that you have, regular, honors, or AAP, in English, science, history, and math. We will review specific requirements for core courses in eighth grade for students who are interested in applying to TJ High School or participating in the IB program at an FCPS high school. We will review the options for selecting electives. We will discuss world language course options. You will receive specific information on resources and where exactly you can find them now and later. You will watch core and elective videos on your own time during class today. You will practice selecting eighth grade courses using a practice worksheet. You will receive your eighth grade course selection sheet at the end of this lesson and receive final instructions for how and when to fill it out and how to turn it back in. This is a lot of important information. Please make sure you are ready to listen and learn, and your desk is clear except for your closed laptop, something to write with, and headphones. All students will continue to take the core classes of English, Social Studies, and Science. Students have the option of choosing the regular sections in English, Civics, and Science, or the honors version. You can choose 1, 2, or 3 courses to take as honors, or none. Honors courses are optional. This will be your choice. Everyone in 8th grade will take Health and PE 8 and have 8th block advisory. Students enrolled in the AAP program will have the core classes of English, Social Studies, and Science automatically uploaded into SIS. AAP students will need to select and input their PE, math, and electives only. Please be very sure of the choices you are making. Your class schedule for next year is based on your choices, and it may or may not be possible to move you into an honors or out of an honors once your schedule is created and the school year has begun. Math classes follow a progression. Students must take one class before they can take the next class. The left side of this chart shows math classes that 7th graders are in now. Look at the math class that you are in right now for 7th grade. Then look to the right of that to see the next class that you will be taking for 8th grade. For example, if you are in Math 7 now, you will be going to Algebra 1 next school year. If you are in Math 7 Honors right now, you will be going to Algebra 1 Honors next year. Here's another look at math progression in FCPS. For students who took Math 7 in 7th grade, next year's math course is going to be Algebra 1. Students who took Math 7 Honors in 7th grade, next year's math course is going to be Algebra 1 Honors. The arrows on this chart show what math students currently are in, followed by what they will go to next school year. This flyer has detailed information about all of the math courses offered at RCMS. Please take some time to read through it. The resource is posted in Schoology with all other academic advising resources available to you and is also linked on this slide in the slide deck under the name Math Resource. Here is a more detailed description of Algebra 1 for your reference and learning. Here is a more detailed description of Algebra 1 Honor for your reference and learning. Here is a more detailed description of geometry honors for your reference and learning. In FCPS, some high schools offer an IB, International Baccalaureate program for students. Nearest to Carson is South Lakes High School. This is a comprehensive program for high school students that includes specific courses and projects that provide an international perspective on learning. For more information, visit the FCPS website linked on this page. If you would like to attend a high school that offers an IB program, you have two academic requirements to meet in 8th grade. You must take Algebra 1, Algebra 1 Honors, or a higher math in 8th grade. You must also take a world language course in 8th grade. Please choose your classes carefully with these requirements for 8th grade in mind if you think that you will be a student pursuing an IB program. If you are planning on applying to TJ High School, there are several requirements to meet by 8th grade. For math, you must take Algebra 1 Algebra 1 Honors or higher. Algebra 1 does not count. It must be Algebra 1 Honors. For science, you must take Science 8 Honors or be in Science 8 in AAP. Regular science will not count. It must be the honors version or AAP. You must have one additional honors course, which can be in your choice of either English or civics. All AAP courses count as a higher course in English, science, and history. If you are a young scholar, you do not have to take an additional honors course to qualify, but you must meet the math and science requirements. Finally, your middle school GPA in your core classes must be 3.5 or above. Please note, in middle school, we do not calculate your GPA scores. If you ask your counselor, she will not be able to tell you. TJ admissions staff will do this calculation, so this is something that we cannot provide to you or your parents. The GPA score is based on your grades in core courses, English, history, science, and math from 7th grade through the first quarter of 8th grade. Please choose your classes carefully with these requirements for 8th grade in mind if you think you will be a student pursuing TJ High School. Once the TJ application window opens, it will be too late to change your course. Just like last year, this school year, you have 3 options for how you fill your 2 elective class periods. You can choose option 1, 2-year-long electives, option 2, 1-year-long and 2-semester electives, or option 3, 4-semester electives. Please do not select courses you took in 7th grade. For example, if you took Computer Solutions in 7th grade, please do not select it again on your sheet for 8th grade. It may be helpful to cross out the electives you have already taken on your course selection sheet. There are 3 courses that may be taken again. Those are Media Communications, Journalism, and Facts. Full year electives include music classes, band, chorus, orchestra, computers and art, and world language classes. If you choose any year-long elective, you will place a check mark next to the class that you want on your course selection sheet. If you are currently in band, chorus, or orchestra and want to take this course in 8th grade, you would just select band, chorus, or orchestra, and then your teacher will let us know which section or level to put you in. Students who do not take a world language in 7th grade and want to take one in 8th grade can take French Level 1 or Spanish Level 1. Please be aware that these are high school level classes that are fast-paced and rigorous. You will need to plan for at least 30 minutes of outside homework and studying, and you should have good study skills and be self-motivated. This is a skill that builds, so you need to have good study habits and be an independent learner. The course content is not modified, reduced, or changed from what is offered in high school. If you are selecting any of these year-long electives, you will use a check mark or an X. 8th grade is a wonderful time to think about taking a world language. However, students are not required to take a world language in middle school. There are things to think about if you are interested in taking a world language in middle school. Let's go through some. Pros. You will learn about another culture and communicate in another language. You will get an early start on high school world language department diploma requirements. You will make room for more electives later in high school. You will have exposure to high school curriculum and expectations, and you will earn a high school credit. Here are some considerations. There are higher expectations in a world language class. This is an increased workload. There is less opportunity to explore semester electives. If you finish with a poor grade, it is recorded on your transcript and is included on your high school GPA. Please weigh these carefully and then decide whether taking a world language class in 8th grade is right for you. If you are a student who did not take French or Spanish in 7th grade and you want to take it in 8th grade, you will be choosing level 1 of the language of your choice. On this chart, students who did not take a 7th grade world language are in the light blue box. Those students may choose to take a world language in 8th grade. At the end of 8th grade, you would have 1 world language credit towards your high school graduation requirements. If you are a student who took level 1 of a French or Spanish in 7th grade, you would be selecting level 2 of the same language on your course selection sheet. This is reflected on the slide in the bright blue boxes. At the end of 8th grade, you would have 2 world language credits toward your high school graduation requirements. The yellow and pink boxes also show the progression for Japanese 1 A and B and Japanese Immersion 1 and 2. In high school, there are 2 types of diplomas, which we will discuss in a few moments. The Advanced Studies Diploma requires 3 years of a world language or 2 years of one language plus 2 years of another language. This chart shows how students can continue their world language progression in high school. Remember, a world language in middle school is optional. If you like, you can select other electives and not take a world language as an 8th grade student. This chart also shows you how you would continue your world language courses when you leave middle school and enter high school. Semester electives are each half of a year. One elective will be taken from August to January, and the other will be taken from January to June. If you choose semester electives, you will rank them with numbers in order of your preference. You will put a 1 next to your top choice of semester elective. This will be followed by a 2 for your next choice. Repeat this until you have 4 to 6 options in the order of your interest in them. You will not mark your course selection sheet with X's or check marks in the semester elective section. You will use a number ranking only. You will not select a course that you took as a 7th grade student. To help you, draw a line through any course that you have already taken. When you're choosing your semester electives, remember, if a class has a prerequisite, it means you have to take a class before you can take that one. For example, Coding 1 has a prerequisite of Computer Solutions. This means you must take Computer Solutions before you can take Coding 1. If you are not sure about an elective, check out the Panther Pathways booklet. There are lots of tips and descriptions of electives included. You will find this in the Carson Student Central Schoology page and also linked to the title on this slide. Be sure to take some time to read about electives that you think that you are interested in. At the end of this presentation, you will get your blank course selection sheet. This is what your course selection sheet looks like. It has a front and a back page. When you receive this today, do not fill it out immediately. Take it home and fill it out with your parent or guardian's assistance. Once you have completed it, it should be signed by you and your parent or guardian. You will also see a checklist at the bottom of page 2, just above the signature lines. Please use this checklist to make sure you have completed all parts of your course selection sheet. You will then bring it to school and turn it into the Student Services office. Your counselor will review it and then return it to you during a classroom academic advising visit at the end of January. Your counselor will be helping you to enter all your courses into SIS using the course numbers found on this sheet. You should arrive to your advising lesson in science at the end of January with no courses entered into SIS. You will do this together as a class with your counselor. Some students will want to take a course online that is not offered in person at RCMS. If this is you, ask your counselor to provide you with the form. Fill out the form with your parents and guardian, and the form is then returned to your counselor who will register you for the course. There are some things to know about taking an online course. Limited space is available to take an online course from inside our building in the library. Once we are full and cannot accommodate more students taking a course online, you will have the course scheduled as either your first, second, or seventh period class so that it is either at the beginning or end of your school day. In this case, you will take the course from home. You would then come to school in time for your next class of the day, or if your course is seventh period, you would be picked up from school to take the course from home in the afternoon. You can find lots of resources in the Carson Student Central course in Schoology. There is a folder called Academic Advising Materials. Inside that folder is a drop-down menu for current 7th grade students, rising 8th grade students. Everything you need for getting ready for 8th grade is in this location. The course selection sheet, a video for how to input classes into SIS, and the Panther Pathways booklet is there. This presentation is also linked there. Please take time to go through and see what is there to help you. You can access this from your FCPS device. Parents and guardians who wish to access resources will be able to do that from the RCMS website under the Academic Advising webpage. Once you have chosen your classes and filled out the course selection sheet completely, gotten it signed by a parent or guardian, and signed it yourself, you must return the form to Student Services. Your course selection sheet is due by January 21st. You are welcome to get it completed and turn it in early. Please remember that you were given a draft copy in December before winter break, so you can start thinking about what classes you're going to take. These pictures show you where to drop off your course selection sheet inside the Student Services office. There you will find your counselor's name attached to a basket, and you can leave your sheet in her basket. As you are preparing to select classes for next year, think about your current classes. Did you take or not take an honors class? Do you want to take something more challenging next year? What did you enjoy or not enjoy? Talk with your teachers and family to get their input on classes that would be good for you next year. Consider clubs, sports, and activities that you will participate in next year, and think about your direction and future. You will want to have a balanced life that includes academics, interests, activities, and social relationships. In a few minutes, we will start our research of courses and have time to practice. You will need a practice worksheet. This can be a paper or electronic copy, something to write with if you're using the paper practice worksheet, your laptop, and your headphones. You will now follow these steps to get ready. Please do not begin yet. Wait for all instructions before beginning. You will open your laptops and go to Schoology. Choose the Carson Student Central course. You will scroll down to the Academic Advising Materials folder, and here you will see the curriculum videos presentation. Do not start yet. Follow the 2-minute timer on the screen to allow everyone to receive a paper practice worksheet or to navigate to an electronic copy where you make that copy for yourself. View the directions on the next slide before starting. Please do not start yet. First, listen to these instructions. Now that you have opened Schoology and navigated to Carson Student Central, you see the practice worksheet for an electronic copy and the curriculum videos. For the next 25 minutes, you will be reviewing options and then practicing selecting your classes. In a few minutes, you will have time to practice choosing those courses. Your teacher will now provide you a paper copy of the Rising 8th grade practice worksheet if you would like to practice using paper. Or if you would prefer, you can access the electronic version by again going to Schoology, to the Student Services course and the Academic Advising folder, and you will see this worksheet. You will open it and create a copy for yourself. You should now have the practice worksheet ready, your headphones, and laptop. You will watch and listen to videos for courses that you are interested in. Then you can work on filling out the practice worksheet and see the course selection sheet for reference. On the RCMS Curriculum Videos PDF, you will first see core class videos. The name of each class is a hyperlink to a video from Carson teachers in that subject area. Following that page are then several pages with elective class videos. Again, each name of a class is a hyperlink with a video. So if I were to click on science, the science video would open, or if I were to select engineering, the engineering video would open. Carson teachers have spent time preparing these for you, so please take your time viewing the videos of interest to you. Please spend the next 25 minutes watching the videos and practicing course selections by using the electronic or hard copy of the practice worksheet to choose classes for next year. You can use this course selection sheet on the screen to see which classes are available to choose from. If you finish before the timer runs out, you may choose to work on other schoolwork or read silently. At this time, you will not have your blank Carson course selection sheet. You should only have access to the practice worksheet, something to write with if you need it, your headphones, and your laptop. You may now begin. Please pause for further instructions on the next slide. If you have on headphones and are watching videos, please pause where you are. Once this presentation concludes, you may continue viewing and practicing until the bell at the end of this period. If you're still working on practicing your course selections or watching curriculum videos, you may continue at another time. All of the materials are available to you in Schoology. Remember, you should take your time so that you can choose courses based on what you learned and not without getting information first. There is no rush. You have time to turn your course selection sheet in. At this time, your teacher will hand out your course selection sheet for 8th grade. This sheet is not to be filled out now. Please do not fill it out, even if you are sure what classes you want to select. The sheet goes home with you to practice discussions with your family, and then taking home your practice worksheet as well if you used a hard copy. If you created an electronic copy, please share that as a resource when you discuss your options with your family. The completed course selection sheet will then be filled out, signed by your parent and guardian and you, and then returned to the Student Services office by no later than January 21st. One more time to make sure you understand your steps. Take the sheet home and discuss your options with your family. Think through what will be the best choices for you for next year. Complete the form by choosing your 3 core classes, English, Science, and History, and your math class, as well as your elective choices and your health and PE 8. Get the form signed. Bring the form back to school and turn it in to Student Services office. You will see a basket with your counselor's name on it, and this is where your signed copy of the course selection sheet goes. Very soon, counselors will visit classes and students will together enter classes into SIS. Do not enter classes into SIS on your own.